Tesla has made an incredible car. This car practically drives itself, but they have left 5 massive blind spots straight from the factory. And today, we're gonna fix them. All the way from a cheap plastic cover for your front camera to the ultimate cure for road trip anxiety that's in my boot. Hi, my name is Jeremy. Let's dive into it.
Standard equipment.
Now, first up, we have front camera protectors. Did you know that your front camera lives down there by your front bumper, completely naked and exposed to all the flying rocks and the road debris whenever you drive? You really don't want to get a stone chip on it because you lose FSD and autopilot. And to get the whole camera assembly replaced, it will cost you around $200. These little things, they cost around $2. We'll leave the links down below. And to install them, they're very easy.
First, clean the lens, then use a dry cloth to wipe it dry, and then now you stick on the lens protector. The lens protector is a one-to-one match with the camera housing, leaving it very little gap. And when you're driving, there is no distortion, so your Tesla's vision system still works. And to pay a couple of bucks for a peace of mind, yep, that's an absolute no-brainer.
We'd call that a no-brainer.
Next, we have a center console organizer from EVBase. And before I got this, everything would fly away and I would chuck everything into the center console, turning it into a total black hole.
Black hole.
A simple tray like this adds another layer to the console, making the whole interior feel way more organized. And when it gets dirty, you can peel off the liner and get it clean.
It costs about $30 from EVBase with a discount code, and if you're a OCD mess like me, it's a definite must-have. And again, I think this should have been there standard from the factory.
Now, bonus tip, if you don't like the wireless charging in your Tesla, try getting yourself a USB hub adapter. This thing is very easy to install and it blends so seamlessly it looks like it came straight from the factory. Make sure you get the ones with the sliding cover and retractable cables. And to power it, plug it into the cigarette lighter socket in the center console. Now you can charge any of your devices using 60 or 30 watt power. And when you're done charging, they snap right back in place, keeping your center console completely clutter-free. Next, we have a glove box docking station. It is pretty silly that the glove box, which is tiny by the way, comes with only one single USB port. And it's not even a USB-C. Come on Tesla, what are you guys doing? With this docking station, you can expand that single port into 3. Now here's a bonus tip. Grab a USB SD card reader and throw in a 1TB SD card instead of relying on the minuscule storage drive that Tesla gives you. And that way you'll have tons of room to record all the absurdity that happens on the road, plus all the Sentry Mode security footage that you'll ever need. Another feature that 100% should have come standard from the factory is a power frunk. It drives me a little crazy every time when I accidentally open the Frunk from the app, because now I have to walk outside to push it down manually, leaving all my greasy fingerprints all over the bonnet. So over the weekend, I installed the Hansshow power frunk. The installation took about 3 hours and it was totally manageable. The biggest challenge would be to get the replacement struts installed, but after that, installing the soft close frunk and wiring everything up is pretty much very straightforward. And once it's done, this is how the car should have come straight from the factory. You can now operate it from the phone or from the car. And again, I think this should have been standard equipment. Now, the final blind spot, and arguably the biggest one, is spare tire, or the lack of one. If you have gone to the back of your Tesla to look for one, spoiler alert, you won't find it here. I would forgive you if you were to think that these tires here were run flat tires. Unfortunately, they're not. They're acoustic tires, which is great for noise cancellation, great for the cabin, but if you were to get a puncture and you were to win the Victoria Pothole Lottery, unfortunately, you would be waiting there for 3 hours for a tow truck to come and get you. which is why we've picked up a spare tire kit from a mob called CyberMetals. And on the inside, you'll get a proper DOT-rated space saver tire that's mounted on a proper alloy rim. And it's rated to go up to 80 km per hour, which should get you to your nearest tire shop at a decent pace. And it also includes a jack, a Tesla jack puck so that you don't crush your battery pack when you're lifting the car, a lug wrench, and a pair of gloves, which is a nice touch because it shows you that they care about the little things.
Now, I might be showing my age a little bit here, but back in my days, where cars couldn't drive themselves, hey, spare tires were standard equipment. And if you drive long distances like we do, where the tire shops are few and far in between, hey, having a spare tire doesn't sound like a crazy idea at all. It gives you that complete peace of mind. And if something does happen, God forbid, you're not completely ruined. So, which one of these 5 accessories would you put in your car first? If you want to shop for them, we'll leave links down below to save you the hassle. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Bye!